middle.
Welcome back to the Spirit of Wellness with Dr. Keefa Lorraine Weatherspoon. We welcome you and we thank you for joining us this evening, this Friday night. And my name is Jan Muhammad. I'm joined here this evening with Mikal.
How you doing?
Bless you. How are you doing this
I'm
evening?
doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Excellent.
Good,
And
good.
he's going
Okay.
to be a presenter at our Pathways to Vibrant Health series. Um, and yeah, you're going to be presenter, and you have a
Yes.
special subject you're going to be speaking about.
Yes, next weekend, next Saturday, I'm going to spill the beans.
Go ahead, spill the beans. Let them know.
Okay. Talk about sexual healing.
Mm.
And it's something that I learned on my path to health and nutrition, and that is how to use sexual energy to promote healing in my body, to promote healing in my partner's body,
Mm.
and to promote healing in family members that's not there, and promote healing in parts of the world. And this healing energy is enough to create another human being.
Mm.
And what we've learned through one of my teachers, Barry Robber, is how to take this energy and use it for the good.
Mm.
Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I want to give credit where credit is due.
Yes, sir.
Is Dr. Keefa is
Yes.
another one of my teachers to learn this subject, and at the time it was called Tantra,
Right.
and a lot of folks have heard of Tantra, and they have the spiritual overtones to it, and they stay away from it, but it is really, really empowering, okay? And of course, I didn't know anything about that. It's just, I just know I wanted to improve my, everything in my life, and that including making love. And at the time, I thought 15 minutes was a long time because that was a big improvement from 5 minutes. So I triple my time. But, and that's where a lot of folks is at,
Mm-hmm.
just into the physical aspects of lovemaking. And then when you say mixing spiritual aspects of lovemaking, it's like taboo.
Mm.
But in India, I've seen pictures and hope to have some of those pictures to show people outside of their temples,
Mm-hmm.
their churches. They have men and women in sexual positions.
That's true.
Okay,
That is very true.
because it is a spiritual exchange
Mm-hmm.
when you raise your energy up
Mm-hmm.
from just that what we call the root chakra.
Mm.
So, um, so the class is for men and it's
Mm-hmm.
for women. A lot of folks want to know what qualifies me to teach this class.
Right.
Only thing I can say is the experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: you and Dr. Keefa were married at the time?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. So we've had 2 marriages.
Oh, really?
Yes. It was
Excellent.
this teaching is more like the Eastern teaching, and so we were married in the Eastern way.
Mm.
And then, her mother was very influential in our life, and she wanted us to marry in the Western way, so we
Mm-hmm.
did that too.
Excellent.
And
That's
so
beautiful.
we will be forever bonded, because everybody knows I had no
Wow.
shame in my game
That's
when I
beautiful.
said that I will love Keefa for the rest of my life and some.
That is beautiful.
Really,
Wow.
really. And I'll do anything for her. I plan on getting her some roses.
Excellent. Okay. You heard that, Dr. Keefa. He's going to get you some roses. Okay. Yeah. So, this bonding, you were speaking about the statues in the East, and
Yes.
then on the temples and everything, and the spirituality, and in this, I don't know if it's sexual, um encounter? How would you put it?
Well, see, we in here in America, and we've been influenced. It's like they say, sex sells, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's what they project: sex, sex, sex. But it's all in the root chakra.
Mm.
You know, we that you and I have studied and know there's 7 chakras.
Yes, sir.
You know, and some people teach there's 12 chakras.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the basic 7 chakras, and people keep all the energy in the root chakra. You missing making love in all 7 chakras.
Yes.
Okay, and that takes some doing, especially for a man.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, because you see, a woman is already
Mm-hmm.
what we call chakra, is already has these gifts. I mean, you don't call it Mother Earth
For nothing.
for nothing.
Right.
Okay,
Right. Yeah.
but we make our connection with the universe, with God, infinite intelligence. We make that connection. What we get, one of the ways of getting there is through what we call the crystal cord,
Mm.
what some
Okay.
people call the
Come on.
vagina.
Come just
Okay.
We're adults.
Okay. Well,
It's good.
what we have learned
Mm-hmm.
is that all human beings come through this crystal cord,
Right.
the vagina. And if you have full respect for it, then that puts you in the doorway to now start rising the energy up, because
Right.
we all come through this,
Yes.
and there's like no respect
Wow.
for the
Yes.
crystal cord. But they teach us to respect where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go into that area, you come in with full respect and full love.
Come on.
Now you can start
Yes.
raising it up through
Yes.
that love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay?
Wow. So these 7 to 12 chakras, they're like these energy. There's some people say energy centers.
Exactly.
But I from my studying and continuous studying, it's more like vortexes.
Yes.
Openings, the pathways through which the energy can flow through our entire body.
Exactly.
Starting with I mean, it can start with, some people say it'll start in the lower chakra, around in the pelvic region.
Well, that's
but,
the easiest way.
Right.
Because we are attracted by what we see.
right.
Okay.
And we all have these. We all have these energy vortex or energy centers in our body. We're born with this.
Yes.
It's beautiful that you mentioned about the you said the crystal
Cord.
cord, the crystal cord. That's a beautiful way of looking at the vagina. The
Yes.
vagina is a very important organ.
Yes.
And it should be honored, as you say.
Yes. And that's what they teach us, to honor that. And and for the men, that's it. They've been taught to be macho.
Mhm.
Okay. They've been taught to, well, that's my woman, and I'm the man, and
Right.
head of the household. But you look at the money in the world, okay, that controls so many things. Well,
Right.
women have easy access to control 80% of it,
Mhm.
and have easy access to the other 20%. So who ruling the world?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
And that's what men get lost, is just thinking that, okay, this is mine, and I'm gonna tell her to do this and tell her to do that, and try to rule this woman, because they intimidated by the strength of women. They can't produce no baby. They don't
Right.
have the strength to
Right.
produce no baby.
Come on.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't drink enough water, you have a hard bowel movement, you ain't even come close to the pain and the strength that a woman has to produce a baby, and then turn around and nurse a baby. You ain't getting no milk coming out you.
No. No babies on the breast.
So so men feel intimidated, so they got to dominate
Come on.
in an area that you don't have no power
What's wrong with
there.
there? Trying to
really.
fake power.
Really.
Faking
So
power.
if you submit
Mm-hmm.
and just tap into the female self of yours, the female energy that you have,
Right.
but all that macho don't allow you to tap into that. No, I don't have no female in me. I'm all
Right.
man.
Okay.
Okay, but you didn't make you. God made you.
Right.
And he gave you some male and he gave you some female.
Mm-hmm.
So you can deny it and you losing out.
Right. If we really look at this and be honest, men, let's be honest, okay? When we were formed in the womb,
Yes.
all of us were female before we were male.
There you
And
go.
it was her consciousness, our mother's consciousness,
Yeah.
that formed that male
Yeah.
out of the female.
There you
So
go.
before we were male, we were female.
Yes.
And so to deny that feminine aspect within
Yeah.
ourselves
Yeah.
is to deny our true self.
And what they say, it's the man to determine if it's going to be a boy or a woman.
Mm.
You know, see,
Right.
that's part of that machoism.
Exactly.
You know, that easing God out stuff.
Right.
Okay, if you ease God in, now you can raise your energy up.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's
That's beautiful. That
Yeah.
is beautiful. You know, what would you say about prayer in relationship to sexual intercourse?
Well, you know, when we grew up with praying is talking to God, meditation is listening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and um, I really had to just think about that one to
Yeah.
tell you the truth, because we more when we doing this the encounter with one another
Mhm.
is more of a meditation.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Mhm.
Than prayer,
Mhm.
because prayer you talking to God, meditation you listening,
Mm.
and so in this union,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
okay,
I'm hearing
you
you.
listening to each other,
Mhm.
and you listening, and you bringing God's energy in
Mm.
to the love making,
Mm.
okay,
Right. Yeah.
and that's where you get the sacrilegions. How you gonna bring God into your love making?
Right.
Well, why did God give you that ability?
Mhm.
It wasn't for this bam bam thank you ma'am.
Right.
But that's where they want to suppress, because once you start raising that type of energy up, then you get the fearlessness that some of our great leaders who didn't care about dying,
Mhm.
because what else can they do but kill me? Okay,
Exactly.
and so you get your freedom.
Mm.
You're not worried about what somebody else can do, because
Mhm.
once you start tapping into God,
Mm.
the ultimate power,
Yes.
the whole world is yours
Okay. That's deep. That's deep.
through that connection
Mhm.
uh, uh, of
No, you know
of
what? When you mentioned about the connection, okay, and I'm gonna, for me, it's something I meditate. What you're speaking of, I meditate on a lot.
mm,
Being a married man,
mm,
okay, and I have a wife,
mm,
so it's not necessarily that this sexual encounter that we engage in is this nasty thing, but it is a spiritual thing. But it reminded me, and I don't know if any men really think about this. The male organ is full of nerves, right? And that at a certain point there's an attachment between the male organ and the female organ, a spiritual but also a physical attachment between the two.
mhm,
And that for some, if you're in a proper state of mind, it'll allow that energy and that to come through and empower. But it's a connection, it's a spiritual connection through that,
mm.
through that intercourse. Um, if you like what you're hearing tonight, okay, and you're interested in it, more, hearing about it more, or coming to actually learn more about our sexual healing, the sexual healing process that we should go through. Mikal is going to be giving a class at the Sankofa Life Center. That's going to be next Saturday,
Yes, next Saturday.
and that's going to be from 1 to
Two,
4,
yeah,
1
1 to 4.
1 to 4
Okay.
p.m.
Okay.
and that'll take place at the Sankofa Life Center. But if you want further information, you can give us a call at 313-366-5250. That's 313-366-5250, or come visit us at the Sankofa Life Center at 18734 Woodward Avenue between 6 and 7 Mile. We also have the information about our pathways to better health, which part of Mikhail is going to be a part of, and that is you can go to our Sankofa Life, that's sankofalife.net, and click on there, and we have all our information there. So on behalf of Dr. Keefa Weatherspoon, we do encourage you to come and learn more about the proper way of our sexual selves, the proper uses of our sexual energy, the proper understanding of why we have this power within us to be, and in this expression of sexuality.
Yes, 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 yes. It's an expression of sexuality, is an expression of love making. Okay, and it's not so much to be me as a man teaching another man how to make love to his woman.
Right.
It's me as a spiritual being sharing my spiritual pathways with other spiritual beings, and using this connection of our physical body to like connect and plug in to making love on a physical level, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level,
Right.
having all chakras open up between you and her. And there's one little thing they had showed us, which I think I'm going to keep for the class, is about opening up the heart. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But not only the heart, but all the other chakras. But it's a little exercise that that when I was learning how to go and last longer, it helped me tremendously.
Okay. We have a caller on the line. Bless
Okay.
you, caller. You're on the air.
Bless you. Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Keefa Ayana.
Ayana, Dr. Keefa.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm enjoying the conversation that you men are having about sexuality.
Thank you.
Yes,
And
I wish you
wasn't
was
sure if
here.
you were getting ready to end the interview because it sounded like you guys are going to, close down. So I said, well, let me chime in and just say I appreciate both of you. I especially appreciate Mikhail for being willing to come forward. It's one thing to have a man come and talk about sexual health, how to empower yourself and empower your woman. But it's another thing to have a man that has been initiated and mastered it. And so I truly appreciate Mikhail. But I want him to know that I appreciate equally his wife, Naila. She is a perfect partner for him. And his mother-in-law died. For him to be willing to come on television and talk about this subject, to offer a class, and for her to support him in doing that, saying that these are two very special and powerful people. And so I just want to call and acknowledge their power, acknowledge their love, because when we separated and went our separate ways, when I met her, we